we are back for another stream. This is a big one. Modern Horizons 3 is finally out. After a long wait, we have all been waiting on the edge of our seats for this one, especially since it's the first time they're releasing a set like this on Arena. So very exciting indeed. I know a lot of you that are subscribed to me are here for the standard stuff, so I hope that within your big giant hearts you will stick with me over the next couple of weeks, as I will definitely be doing some Modern Horizons 3 historic and timeless content potentially alongside my standard videos. But today we're just gonna open some packs, do some sealed and limited, maybe brew some decks up and see where the night takes us. As always, I'm happy to have you here with me. If this is your first time joining the stream, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into cracking some packs. All right, got a good amount here. We'll just go ahead and shouldn't take too long. Let's see what we get. Love these new pack animations. Makes it feel extra nice when you're opening a bunch at once. All right, look at that. We got a Phyrexian Tower, Flage Titan Fire's Fury. Got a fetch land, very nice, even though those are only lethal and timeless. Got the new command. Got the good boy, Helia, Exuberant Shepherd. A couple of other goodies. Fanatic Aronis, another card I'm very excited about. Thief of Existence, definitely something I want to try out as well. All right, let's open another 10. All right, got 4 mythics this time. Got a wild card, always good. Grief, we got, oh, and it's the nice full art version, very cool. Grist, Voracious Larva, very sweet, and the new Ral. Both those are looking very cool. All right, what else do we got? Got Detectives Phoenix, Eldrazi Linebreaker, another one I was hoping to open. Very cool. Definitely excited to try to build some kind of Eldrazi tribal. Like, I want to build aggro, but there's a couple of Eldrazi still missing for aggro, I think. Wrath of the Skies, that's going to be... This is going to be a board wipe that you guys are going to get really sick of in Historic, I'm telling you. All right, Flare of Duplication, Primal Prayers, 6. Very cool. Missing Ren there. Aw. And Crick, Son of Yawgmoth. Harbinger of the Seas, our Blood Moon on a stick, but for islands. All right. Get them wild cards. Only one mythic this time. Ooh, the new Sorin. Sowing Mycospawn. Pretty cool. Disruptor Flute. That's going to be really good in the sideboards. Psychic Frog. One of my favorite arts from the set. Springheart Nantuko. Another card you're probably going to be seeing a lot of in Historic, with people trying to brew ways to go infinite with it. Emperor of Bones. Definitely a very cool skeleton noble. All right. And wild cards. We always love wild cards. Got another Goyf. Very cool. I'm glad that they put the commanders on here, because the Goyf commander looks pretty cool. Recruiter of the Guard. White of the Reliquary. That's another thing I love about this set. There's so much good meme design. You got the White of the Reliquary is making fun of Knight of the Reliquary, which is the same card but in Selesnya, and instead of creatures it's lands that it does its ability with. Very cool. Warren Soul Trader. This is definitely going to initiate some infinite combos. I'm interested to see where that goes. Ghost Fire Slice. Very good card. I also think Guide of Souls could be quite good. We're gonna have to see. Another 10. And once we're done with these, we'll get into some sealed and draft. Ugin's Labyrinth. Very glad I opened one of those. Hopefully we open a couple more. Null Drifter, another Wrath of the Skies. More Eldrazi Line Breakers. All right. No Titans yet. Where are my Titans at? Give me them Titans. There's one. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. And we got Brea, Ethereum Shaper. Very cool. It's good to have her on here, especially for all you Brea commander players. Like, she'll be fun on here for a brawl. And Emrakul, the World Anew. I'm excited to build with this one. I think being able to cast this at instant speed for 6 colorless mana for Madness is pretty ridiculous. All right. What else do we got? More Lion Breakers. Volatile Stormdrake. Sheligar, Sire of Famine. This is another one that I think is kind of interesting. We'll have to see if we can't build something cool around him. And reveal. Yay, another Ugin's Labyrinth. Nice. Prismatic Ending. I like this card a lot. What else do we got? Windswept Heath, very good for Timeless. I hope eventually Historic gets to a place where they think they can allow the fetches into Historic. Nadu, Winged Wisdom. Kudo, King Among Bears. Another Guide of Souls, another 6, another Emperor. All right. Tameo, Winter Moon. There's another Titan, Kozilek. Very nice. Definitely. He's really good, I think. We'll have to see if he's going to be in more of a mid-range style Eldrazi deck or just a super ramp, play all the big Titans kind of Eldrazi deck. Winter Moon is definitely going to be interesting and Timeless. Should be interesting to deal with all those people who have greedy mana bases. Orem's Chant, very interesting. Aether Revolt, I know a lot of people are excited about this one. More Wrath of the Skies. We got quite a few rares out of that bunch, so that's pretty good. A few more to open. How are we doing on wild cards? Not that many. More for, oh, there's another one. Phyrexian Tower, Ashling, another good one. Devourer of Destiny, it's another one. Toxic Deluge. This being in Historic is going to be interesting. Toxic Deluge is such a good board wipe for black. More Harbinger of the Seas. Glaring Amphibian Downpour. Interesting Storm card. Alright, the last 4. Ugin's Binding. That's one I was definitely hoping to open, so I am happy about that. Party Thrasher, Branching Evolution. Oh, this is nice. It's like Hardened Scales on another level there. Doubling up the counters instead of just adding one. All right. Well, that is what we've gotten so far. Not too bad. Got a couple of Titans. Got some good Eldrazi pieces, which is something that I'm looking to build. So let's go ahead and get into some limited. Let's get into some sealed. What do we get? Ooh, a lot of rares. All right. Crabomination. This is another interesting one. Got a lot of black and red rares and a Bloodstained Mire, so that feels pretty good. Flare of Cultivation, though. We got Flare of Duplication, Sacrifice, Copy Target Instant or Sorcery. We got the Ruby Medallion. Ophiomancer's not bad. We got 2 of those. Turn target non-legendary creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. So interesting. All right, well, let's see what we got in the rest of our pool. Not a ton of white, very little white. A little bit more blue. It's looking like there's a lot of black and not very much red, actually. Although Siege Gang Commander, or Spawn Gang Commander, is very good. What kind of multicolor stuff do we have? We've got Pyretic Rebirth. Get a creature back, deal damage to a creature, planeswalker. That's pretty cool. Colossal Dread Mask, another one of those really funny meme cards, because Colossal Dreadmaws become such an actual meme in Magic. So it's cool to see them still find a way to meme it into this set. Writhing Chrysalis is pretty good. Got a couple of blue-green things. Null Elemental Blast. We like that. That's pretty cool. A couple of very good colorless cards. One is in blue. Breaker of Creation is in colorless. And Glaring Fleshraker is colorless. So I'm tempted. We got a Teamer land. 3 Teamer lands, geez. And then Shattered Landscape taps can get a black or red or white. We got a Bloodstained Mire. We got a Jeskai land. So 3 colors probably pushing it. Let's check out black red. Quest for the Necropolis. Landfall, put a quest counter, 6 mana. So basically a 1 mana reanimation spell over time. A Cursed Marauder. Dreamdrinker Vampire. We got some decent, like, cheap creatures. Persist, Creation of Avacyn. Ophiomancer. Crabomination. When it enters the battlefield, you get 3 energy. When Thriving Skyclaw attacks, you may pay 3 energy. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's basically a delayed 4/3 flyer for 4. Not particularly exciting unless we have other energy producing. Fanged Flames, 4 damage to target creature, planeswalker, but it's a sorcery. But that's very good removal. We may have to go 3 colors, honestly. I don't know if we can get away with just black red, and our green is not bad. We've got some good ramp. Got two of these. We got Progenitor Drone, which gives our Eldrazi Scions Evolve, which is pretty nice. We've got the Flare to ramp with. Hunger Tide Rises. Create an insect. Create an insect. Create an insect. Sacrifice any number of creatures. Search for a thing. 2 Colossal Dreadmaws is nothing to shake a stick at. Territory color 7/5 reach. Trickster Elk. Nyxborn Hydra is very good. Writhing Chrysalis is also very good. So I'm wondering, with 2 of these, we might be able to just go 3 colors with green as the main base. Propagator Drone is pretty good. Flare of Cultivation's not bad, because paying 3 mana to search that's cultivation. It's cultivate, but we can technically do it for free. Trickster Elk is fine because we can bestow that onto. Yeah, we can attach that to like an Eldrazi Titan or something if we find something too bad. Definitely want the Dread Masks and the Hydra. Writhing Chrysalis is very good. Color good. I think Tide Rises is fine. Foul Strike, good sideboard card, but we don't need it right now. So we'll go like this. So let's look at our red. So Spawn Gang Commander is very good. I don't know if we care about Flare of Duplication, but we do like Fanged Flames. Inventor's Axe, when it enters the battlefield, get 2 energy. Equip, pay 2 energy. But when it enters, we can attach it to something, so that's pretty good. Reckless Pyro Surfer is pretty good. The Battle Cry is very nice. I like Pyretic Rebirth. We'll take that. I don't want to go crazy on double colored spells though. So like Thriving Skyclaw doesn't feel very good. Crabomination. I mean, we gotta play Crabomination, right? When it enters the battlefield, target opponent exiles top card of their library and a card at random from their graveyard and one from their hand. And we get to cast one for free. And then we can sack an artifact. So we don't have very many artifacts. But 6 mana for that effect's not bad. And we do have a lot of ramp in the deck. I think we definitely play Fell the Profane because that's a land. We're gonna have to be careful with that. I think Persist is fine because we've got some big hitters. I like Ophiomancer. And I like West for the Necropolis. I'm thinking we're more of a rampy deck than an aggressive deck. So maybe like Pyro Surfer might be. Well, we do make a lot of Eldrazi Scions, so Pyro Surfer is not terrible. Wither and Bloom is pretty good. Breathe Your Last Breath is pretty good too, but I don't want to overload my deck with double costs. Definitely play the Bloodstained Mire. We'll definitely play the Shattered Landscape. We'll definitely play at least one Bountiful Landscape. Null Elemental Blast is really tempting. But I can't guarantee that I will always have that. So let's see, how many colorless spells do we have? Let's pop it like this here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 devoid spells. And then I definitely want to have one of these in the deck and one of these in the deck. So that means we probably need to go ahead and add the other Bountiful Landscapes to make sure we have the colorless mana to pay for these things. We're at 41 cards. We need to cut like 2 and add a land, I think. Although Fell the Profane is like half a land. What could we cut? I guess we don't need 2 Colossal Dread Masks. And we can count the Fell the Profane as like a half a land. Like, we've got a lot of ramp and a lot of Eldrazi Scion creation stuff. So, I like it. This is looking pretty good. Let's try this. right, we're on the play. All right, no green. We have a way to get the green. And we can use the dryad. Okay, I forget the dryads tap for colorless too. That's a pretty sweet little synergy there. Oh, that's a nice little synergy with the dread mask, actually. We can use the dread mask to pay this if we don't have anything to equip it to. We'll keep this hand. This looks fine. Opponent is going to mulligan. Will they keep this one? Liquid energy. We will play the Bountiful Landscape and pass. Got old Tiny Bones up there, flipping his coin. All right, let's go ahead and sacrifice this for a forest. And we find the red, that's good. Get our Nightshade Dryad down. Glaring Fleshraker is nice because it's like a little bit of a ramp spell too, so. Opponent is also playing Jund. Oh no, they're gonna make us sack our thing. That is unfortunate. All right, well that slows us down a little bit. Hey there, Sarah. Thank you for being here for another live stream. I'm always excited to get to do these. Looks like us and our opponent are both just kind of sitting there with you, staring at each other. Play territory color, see if they have a removal spell for it. This is definitely going to take some getting used to because there are some very powerful cards in this set. So drafting with a set of this magnitude is going to be very interesting. Very loud sound effect for the wooded foothills. Opponent goes and gets a mountain. Spawn Gang Commander. He's basically, oh man, like he's so much better than Siege Gang Commander because he ramps. Get our landfall trigger. We'll keep that on top. Let's see. I think our best option here was we definitely want to get rid of this. And then we will go attacking. Sorry about that. 1 second. There we go. Opponent accidentally sacked their Scion. Whoops. People getting used to new mechanics on Arena. Hey, what's going on, Dan? We're playing some Modern Horizons 3 sealed, traditional sealed, so best of 3. Glad to have you here. Excited to be playing around with some Eldrazi. I've always loved the Eldrazi. Zendikar is one of my favorite planes. They'll never beat Slivers, though. Slivers will always forever be my favorite tribe. Alright, so... I suppose we just play Crabomination, see what happens. They've got something good in their graveyard, so let's see what the opponent's got. All right, snatch a card out of their hand off top and off out of the graveyard. We get the spawn gang command. Oh no, we did not get the spawn. Oh, we get all lands, really? Really? What are the odds of that? We get all lands. It's okay. The opponent is quite behind us. But that could change very quickly, so luckily they've been sacrificing all their Eldrazi's to block, so no crazy ramping right now. Man, Spawn Gang Commander is really good in Limited. You want to talk about having a way to ramp up into your big Eldrazi Titans? There you go. But I love the fact that this is basically Eldrazified Siege Gang Commander. All right, what is our opponent gonna do? They're thinking in the think tank. Any minute now. Did they give up? Are they just mad? This is best of 3. I picked best of 3 in the hopes for some a little bit more exciting matches. And best of 1 seems to go really quickly. And the best of 3 rewards are a little bit better. Usually Limited is how I build my collection, and I definitely need to build my collection for this set. All right, opponent is felling the Profane. They must have disconnected or something. All right, we draw another land. Let's go ahead and get in, and we'll decide what we're doing next. Smack the opponent for 5. I think we're playing Colossal Dread Mask. I think that is what we are doing. It's a 6/7, the 6/6 germ. They could have made the germ token look a little like Colossal Dreadmaw. That'll do it. All right, game 2. I think we're fine with this. I don't think we need to side anything in. All right, game 2. Opponent goes first. This is terrible. No lands. Mulligan. Wow. All right. Well, I guess we will put a swamp and a forest back. We can do it. I think we're going to save the Bountiful Landscape to make sure we have colorless mana available. Marionette Apprentice. Fabricate 1. Drains us whenever they put an artifact in. Alright. Go ahead and sack the mire. We're going to go get a swamp since Bountiful Landscape can find us a red. Get the Dryad down. I like these lands a lot. I think they're very interesting. Opponent has a Seething Landscape. Retrofitted Transmogrant. It's a very good grindy card. See if they forget that the Nightshade Dryad has Death Touch. Nope. Okay. Spawn Gang Commander, very good card. Alright, so I think we're gonna just go ahead and play the Elk. Get our 3/3 down. Pass the turn. Kotex. It's gonna be a little bit of a grind. Mulliganing to 5 is definitely rough. But I believe in us and the heart of the cards. Opponent plays a tap land. Nadir's Nightblade. Whenever a token you control leaves the battlefield, we get drained. That makes sense. Is this an instant? It is. But we can only activate the graveyard thing as a sorcery, so that's relevant. Let's go ahead and get in with the Elk, see what they do. We definitely need to sacrifice this landscape for a red this turn, though. Opponent's gonna block. That is fine. Alright, we're gonna pass and we'll sacrifice this at the end of their turn. They want to spend their turn reviving the Transmogrant, that's fine. Opponent's gonna sacrifice the Foothills. Get a Mountain. Whenever one or more counters are put on it, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, you lose 2 life. Okay. That is a card they can play. Go ahead and get our mountain. My turn. Oh, we draw the second mountain anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in with the Elk. Opponent's gonna block, that's fine. We'll get drained a little bit. We always got to give them the opportunity to make the mistake, right? And it's when you cast it. Nice. Man, I gotta read these cards better. Alright, so that means we still technically have Wither and Bloom up. Thanks to the Eldrazi Scions. I love that these don't have to tap. These are going to be crazy and like Convoke Court of Calling style decks. Like Eldrazi Spawn are such broken tokens in my opinion. What you got, opponent? Oh, sorry. Bumping the microphone. I'm a klutz. Opponent is either thinking a lot or having connection issues. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure that listening to the sound of my voice is already a little grating sometimes, but I gotta talk through these fun moments. Just kidding. I know you guys are not annoyed by my voice whatsoever. Any minute now, our opponent will do something. I imagine they want to evolve this Feated Gargantua. Opponent is disconnected again, I think. Yeah, this time they're actually disconnected because they just skipped through their turn. Well. It's gonna stick on the attack too. Feel bad for the opponent. It If they actually disconnected. No, they're there. Okay. Go ahead and attack. This way, even if they adapt, we can still wither and bloom. Opponent's going to return that to the battlefield. You got it. No blocks for the opponent. All right. We will pass the turn. Forest for the opponent. Fanged Flames. Well, that's rude. I don't appreciate that at all. I don't... What are we hitting? I guess we'll do this. And we can sacrifice him so he doesn't get exiled. And then we can use the Pyretic Rebirth. Good way to avoid them exiling our stuff. So now if they want to, if they go to, let me make sure I read this correctly. So opponent only getting in with the 1/3. We'll just go ahead and take that. No blocks. Man, I want to hit the Fetid Gargantua. I do technically have enough mana if they decide to adapt in response. So let's go ahead and do that. I just need to get this off the battlefield. That's unfortunate because they're still going to get the draw. But we get the spawn gain commander back, and then we get to play it again. My turn. More lands. Definitely did not need more lands. Play the spawn gain commander. Might just end up pinging them to death with him, to be honest. Put a counter on the elk. We'll get in there. We're out of cards, though. What are we going to do? It was inevitable that we would eventually run out of cards before our opponent mulliganing to 5, but I think we've put up quite a good fight for a mulligan to 5. Opponent is going to block. Which makes sense because they can bring it back, but I mean, they do have to invest 4 mana to do that. Which means they're not going to be doing anything too crazy with their turn if they want to do that. Opponent has another Wooded Foothills. Nice pull with the fetches. In and out the deck. And they have their own Nightshade Dryad, which we will definitely kill with Spawn Gang Commander next turn. Ophiomancer. Alright, that's not unreasonable. Gum up the board some more. Let's get rid of this. Sacrifice a Scion. They want to block with the Nightblade. I'll sack 2 Scions to kill it. They decide not to. Opponent's at 8. They're going to bring back their Transmogrant. We get a nifty snake. Ophiomancer is such an underrated card. You get a free death touch blocker every turn. Alright. Opponent skipping combat. And are they going to cast anything this turn? Nope. Alright. Oh, sweet. We drew another colorless source. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get in with the elk and the snake. They can do this whole block in the elk with the Transmogrant and returning it thing for a while. But I mean, they're at 7 and I can literally just ping them to death with Spawn Gang Commander at this point. So I'm just trying to force them to use their mana. So if they don't do anything too crazy this turn, we're just going to EOT. Ping them twice. Cursed Marauder. That's fine. We'll just sack the snake. Because we'll get it right back. Ophiomancer OP. Oh, it has to be non-token. Okay. I guess we'll give up the Ophiomancer. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit. This is if I've ever seen a power crept card. I don't usually complain about power creep, but this card is definitely power crept. Thief of Existence. All right, so but that can't hit Spawn Gang Commander. All right, well, hit them in the face. Sack a spawn. Hit them in the face, sack a spawn. Sounds like a song. Hit them in the face, sack a spawn. Oh, no. We don't want to do it again yet. We'll go to our turn first. Hit them in the face, sack a spawn. Hit them in the face, sack a spawn. GG. 2-0 for our first game. Nice. Feeling pretty good about this deck. And that was a mull to 5 too. It just shows you don't give up just because you have to mulligan really bad. Oh yeah, I was going to explain this to you guys really quickly. So every time you play, you get some of these little ticket things if you... let's see if I can go to it really quickly. It costs like 2,400 gems. So it's kind of like it's their way of doing a mastery pass, kind of. Since there's still an active standard mastery pass. And I think it's kind of interesting. I think this is really cool. So there's some really cool avatars here, some really unique ones, some very cool sleeves. So like this one's a slightly animated spaghetti monster sleeve. This is a really animated Eldrazi like spider looking thing. You got the good boy, some very like clean, like nice art sleeves there. You can get a draft token for a couple hundred of the tickets and a mythic wild card, up to 10 of these packs, up to 8 of those, and then card styles for some of the more popular cards in the set. So you basically earn these every time you play, every time you win, things like that. There's lots of ways to earn them. Very, very cool addition. So that's basically their way of giving us a mastery pass without canceling the current mastery pass, since there's still another month and a half till standard rotates. All right, into the next one. Dragon Lord. is going first. Don't know how I feel about this. We could go get a green, right? And we can play Quest for the Necropolis and immediately get 2 landfall triggers out of it. We would then need at least another green and a red. This is risky. I think I'm going to try it. We're on the draw, so we've got 2 turns to find what we want. Quest for the Necropolis is really good with a Johnny Nikado Pariah. We found another land. How does he flip? Whenever 1 or more die, exile him. Opponent's got a very strong start. Glaring Flesh Raker. Does the opponent have removal? They're touching our thing, so I'm imagining they do. I like this new Ajani a lot. Very good, very strong. I actually have a cat tribal deck in Historic. I think we're gonna go ahead and take the damage. Deep analysis. Alright, well we're definitely gonna have to go get a green with this bountiful landscape. I guess we're gonna attack because we're not gonna block. We kept a risky hand and we were being punished for it. What does this do? If you would get 1 more energy, you get 2 energy instead. Draw a card. Activate only if you've paid or lost 4 or more energy this turn. Interesting. Definitely think if we had probably should have mulliganed. But the game's not completely lost to us. Proud Pack Rhino. Puts a shield counter on the Cyclops. Alright, let's go ahead and go get a green here. I'm tempted. I almost want to get a red because there's more of a chance of us drawing the green. Ah, we did it. We drew the red. We're gonna get a bunch of scions here. Ping the opponent for a bunch. There we go. Now we have some interesting options. So that turned things around pretty quickly. And we've got Persist, which is very nice in this situation. Because the -1/-1 counters actually... What does this do? Can't attack or block. Okay. That is unfortunate. Oh, I accidentally double clicked. I clicked through the blockers. No. Oh, Arena. I never would have said no blocks. I got click happy with my mouse and I clicked through blockers by accident. Oh no. Oh, well. All right. Let's just not keep such a risky hand. I don't know that we could have won that game per se. But you could definitely see there's some pretty strong synergies in the deck. Let's have a better game too. We will play first. This is much better. We'll keep. Opponent is still deciding whether they would like to keep. Sorry, allergies are not a fun thing to have. Come on, opponent. It's update day, so I guess it's to be expected that we're going to have a lot of disconnecting and slow connections. Well, for those of you that have, if you're joining us since the beginning, welcome. Good to have you here. We're doing some Modern Horizons 3 sealed right now. We'll do a draft after this probably. Just trying to build up the collection so that we can start brewing. I will have my first historic video out this weekend, most likely. Oh, I feel bad, like, with people disconnecting. Hopefully he comes back. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Thank you for sticking through it with me. There we go. All right, so let's get the Bloodstained Mire down. I think we're gonna fetch a mountain with that, to be honest. Yeah, we've got plenty of swamps, so we can just draw the black. Island for the opponent. And a Riddlegate Gargoyle. There's the black. We'll pass. Glad we waited. I stress about this because if they put the counter on it, I don't know if we get to see what they choose first. I think it resolves and we don't get to respond to it. So unfortunately they get to get the servo. I haven't had a chance. I haven't played around with Fabricate enough to know if it lets you see what they're going to choose. Let's go ahead and get this elk down. Spawn Gang Commander going to come in very handy. What are they going to do? It's crazy to see energy decks, energy again, like as a mechanic. Jolted Awake. So this time I'm wondering if they're going to put the counter on it, trying to protect it from another Wither. Yep. And then we've got the Fanged Flames, so oops. Opponent gets in. We'll go ahead and block the servo. If they have removal, then they have removal, but I'm not going to pass up the free block. Well, at least they trade. Get down the shattered landscape. We'll pass the turn. Save the Nyxborn Hydra for when we've got a bunch of mana to throw into it. My turn. All right. And then this propagator drone is going to give all these little Eldrazi spawn evolve, which is going to be pretty sweet. Copy cook. All right. So they're going to copy any creature on the battlefield. It doesn't work like Siege Gang Commander. It's not an ETB. All right. Well, I am definitely going to kill both of these things. Let's not click the wrong thing. Get in there for 3. See what the opponent's got. We got a nice big Nyxborn Hydra next turn. Or that. We don't have the double green yet, though. So let's play the Hunger Tide Rises. Plan on sacrificing one of these lands to get a green. So that we can play the Colossal Dread Mask. Nothing for the opponent. Alright. This one's the one that goes for green. Create another insect. Colossal Dread Mask. Alright. Looking pretty good. And then we just got to beat them on the play. Meteoric Mace. Cascade. What do they cascade into? Dog Umbra. Okay. Unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough, because we can just swap the Dread Mask onto something else if we really wanted to. GG. Alright. Game 3. Let's get them. Alright, they got a lot of artifacts. Do we have anything that helps us out with that? Flare of Duplication? No. Foul Strike? Not really, no. Surprisingly, we do not have hardly anything to deal with artifacts. Ugh. This is tough because I technically have the colors I need. I think we'll keep it. Now we found... the colors anyway. No turn 2 for the opponent. That's good for us. See, I love these so much because, like, this is such a great way to blank a removal spell. And we found the swamp. Nice. Trying to decide if I want to kill this. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, basically just pings us a lot. I think we'll kill it. The exile's nice since it has unearth. And if the opponent tries to kill the Dryad, we can flare in response. Let's go get a mountain so that we can play Spawn Gang Commander. Pass the turn. Riddle Gargoyle. Question is, do we just play this? This is pretty hard to deal with. No, I think the smarter play here is to go ahead and kill this. Get in like this. Johnny.
To the hunt.
Glad that I decided to take that route. Let's go ahead and get our ramp on. What do we need? Another red and a black, I suppose. Pass the turn. Get down the quest for the Necropolis. Play this. Get a landfall trigger. Gain some life. Get in. Feeling good. We got a big stompy Eldrazi now. I like this hexproof from each color animation. That's pretty. What does the opponent have? They have a lot of mana. Do they have anything of value to play? Is it Crematorium? Not doing them a whole lot of favors right now. They're thinking. Wrath of the Skies. Wow. They can actually destroy everything. That's unfortunate. This is an instant. So let's get back Breaker. 7-3 with Annihilator 2, still pretty good. That was a very good card to spend all their mana on. This card is ridiculous. Like, especially because there's already so many cards on Arena that are very, very efficient at producing energy. Wrath of the Skies is going to be a problem, especially because it hits artifact, creature, and enchantment, and you have control, like complete control over what mana cost you're hitting. It's going to be very, very good. I'm just trying to decide what to do. Did they leave? Did they disconnect? I mean, I'm sure that was not a great feeling, wiping the board and then immediately having the breaker brought back for 2 mana. Persist is a very good card. There's some really cool special guest cards in the set for sure. I think the opponent disconnected or quit. If they come back, we've got Pyretic Rebirth to kill any creature they play this turn, get our Spawn Gang commander back. This is a very good card too. For an uncommon, this is very good and limited. Especially with how many big Eldrazi there are in the set. Like, just gonna get it back. I think this is the better play. Opponent's still not there, unfortunately. If they disconnected, I feel bad, but I mean, I'm pretty sure we had this game under wraps. Even if they did disconnect. Feel bad that you guys are having to wait so much on all these ropes. You like ropes? We got ropes for you. Ropes for free. And yep, all right. Well, we got there. Victory number 2. See if we can keep it up. Get some more tickets. All right, found somebody. Mad about video games. Well, they're playing one right now. Are they really that mad? We get to go first. We've got all 3 colors. We've got removal. Ophiomancer. I feel good about it. These modal lands are really good. I'm happy about these two. I want to take some mulligan. Being a responsible gamer. All right, let's go ahead and get this down tapped. Opponent's just sacking it right away. Get in the forest. You got it, boss. Get down the screen. Opponent is Jund also, it looks like, or maybe Sultai. We're not sure yet. You can play a Sultai land in a Jund deck. Red green. Do they have a Creechy spell? They do, and we are definitely not letting that live. All right, let's get this mountain down, get our Ophiomancer, get our free snake. I like snakes, in case you couldn't tell. Molten Gatekeeper. All right, you got it. Let's Go ahead and get some colorless land down here. Let's put a counter on the Ophiomancer so we can attack. We're not letting no gatekeeper gatekeep us. Another bloodstained mire for the opponent. Man, a lot of people getting these multiple propagator drone. We know about that card. Opponent is attacking. We have persist. All right. I think we're going to sack this bountiful landscape for a forest so that we can play Dreadmaw next turn. Let's go ahead and attack. Opponent takes it. Pass the turn. Opponent sacks the mire. Gets the swamp. Ooh, it's a very good one. A very good turn for the opponent. Opponent gets in. Let's go get a forest. Colossal Dread Mask. Roar. All right, well. We're fine with that. We'll persist it next turn. Nadir's Nightblade. Pings us, evolves the thing. Are we dead? Pretty close. Horrific assault. That's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. No attack from the opponent. They're scared. Let's get back the Ophiomancer. Get a free snake. No attacks. We got good blockers. And next turn we can play Breaker of Creation. Titan's Vanguard. Oh man. Man, are we gonna survive? No, they're not attacking. All right. Well, we're gonna gain a lot of life here, so back at 16. No attacks. And then we've got Crabomination to follow it up. We're rebuilding. Definitely had us on the ropes there for a moment. They decided to get in with both of those. They put counters on everything. So I think we block like this, and we block like this, and we take the 6. Wither and Bloom. All right. That's okay. You can slap that Dread Mask onto something else at a later time. Yes. Ping us for 1. Get another Scion. Get another land. Sacrifice. They're going to put a counter on something, I guess. Get another snake. Territory color is pretty nice, but I think we're gonna play Crabomination. But I could technically sacrifice the Dread Mask and play the color. I don't think that's the right play. I think we just play it as is. Keep the Dread Mask around to slap it onto snakes. Hopefully we'll get something cool out of their graveyard. Ooh, nice. Until your end of your next turn. That's tempting. I think we'll take this. We got enough blockers to get in there with this. They sacrifice a couple lands. They do not block. I was thinking that they would block with the Propagator Drone, but I was wrong. They've only got one trample creature, and we can block it, so they've got to draw something good here. Yep, that's gonna ping us for one. Let's see what they do. Nothing. Well, we're gonna play a territory color. Play a land. Quest for the Necropolis. Put it in the yard. And why not? We'll go get another land here. Get a forest. See if we can find something to play. We'll leave that on top. Go ahead and get in. Keep them sacrificing stuff. Gotta be careful. They might drain us out at this rate. They do block this time. They're very, very close to dead, though. They're at 7 themselves, so if they're not careful, now they're at 6. If they're not careful, because Colossal Dreadmask on the snake means that they're in big trouble, so they don't attack. All right, we're gonna slap this on the snake. Death Touch and Trample, a very potent combination. They have to block. They have to put at least... Nah, they're dead. They have to put at least 2 things in front of the snake alone to survive. Yep. GG's. Unless they have some crazy spell here. They have something. Breathe your last breath. No! They're still dead, though. Alright. Game 2. I don't think we have anything we need against them, really. Breathe your last breath wouldn't be terrible, but I mean... I think I'm going to swap out one of our Fanged Flames for a Marauder. They make a lot of Eldrazi Scions, so... good chance we'll hit one of the better creatures with it. We are waiting on the opponent. That seems to be the theme of the evening. Opponent goes first. We'll keep. Bloodstained Mire for the opponent. They get a swamp. We'll play a Bountiful Landscape. Definitely gonna at least go fetch one mountain with that just to make sure we got our colors. Assuming the opponent's gonna go get a green. Let's go ahead and do our thing really quick. Hit a mountain. If they don't play a creature, then we can play the Hunger Tide Rises. Ooh, I like that. Looks like they have some kind of removal, though. No life gain, though, because it's colorless. Path of Annihilation. They get 2 spawns. Let's go ahead and play the Hunger Tide Rises. Make an insect. If they play some big scary thing here like that, we can make them sacrifice it. No blocks. All right, we're hitting our lands very well, so that's good. Let's go ahead and play the Accursed Marauder. Make them sack that Titan's Vanguard. Easy. Get in for 1. The next turn we can play Crabomination. It's a Crabomination! Bloodstained Mire. Opponents killing themselves for us. Too bad there's no pain lands in the 6. Whenever it attacks, mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them into your hand as long as it's your turn. Non-land permanent cards in your graveyard have retrace. Very interesting. He does technically have the mana to do that. Wait. Oh. Okay. Very cool. Synergy. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and play the Crabomination anyway. See what we hit. Get that last card out of their hand. A bunch of land. Well, Horrific Assault is good. Probably should have just killed. Yeah, we probably should have just killed the 6. Not the smartest choice. What do we have that we can get for 4 mana? Nothing that great. So I think we will just pass on that. What to do? Well, let's get in with Crabomination, see what they do. If they want to block it with Scions, that's fine. They do not. I'm gonna play Ophiomancer then. Some free snakes. Path of Annihilation, very cool. And they get to gain the 4 life right away. As soon as I say it, they immediately draw something to trigger it. It doesn't have trample though, so that's good. Yeah, we will definitely block that. Oh man, that's the question. What do we do? I'm gonna get in with the crab. Nice. Let's hit 6. Stop him from retracing all that nonsense. And then let's persist the Marauder. We're gonna have to sack our Ophiomancer though. But that's definitely a worthy sacrifice in this case. And then we get the Crabomination again next turn. Opponent's got some creatures, but we still have a Death Toucher, so... Cursed Marauder. Why? They just had to sacrifice it for no reason. Let's go ahead and play Crabomination. Feeling good. What do we get? Something good, please. That's alright. It could be worse. Let's get in there for 2. So 2 mana to adapt 1. Whenever 1 or more counters are put on it, we get a spawn. Cool. They draw a territory color. Very cool. We too have a territory color. They do not find anything. It's good for us. Alright, so let's play our own territory color. Play a land, see what we get. Bloodstained Mire on top. We'll keep that because that's double triggers landfall. Go ahead and get in for 5. See if the opponent wants to block. They do. Never mind. Down to 9. All right. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, they connive. Don't think that's gonna do it. My turn. Go ahead and sack this mire. Get another land. Look on top again. I will reveal it and put it into my hand. Yes, please. And we'll play the Chrysalis so that we can cast that next turn. And we will adapt. Make another spawn. Get in, get in. Ah, I was muted. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Joseph. I don't think I was muted for super long. I think just since the beginning of the match. Oops. Sorry to any of you watching this. I was making the comment that we have played a lot of Jund decks so far in the sealed. 1/3 Death Touch, pay 4 mana to drain us for 2. Alright. Well, we can kill that, so that's good. What does this do? 4 mana to make it a copy of something in the graveyard. Interesting. No, you're fine, Dan. That's not, it's my responsibility, so. Oh man, that is rough. Okay, we gotta go get a black with this. Opponent is taking advantage of our mana problems here. No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh man, would that I could be perfect every time, but I've always got to make at least one mistake during the stream. Wouldn't be a Severin 7 live stream without at least one mistake. Opponent's got all the mana, they're rubbing it in our face. Not like this. I don't want to lose my perfect 4-0 because I can't draw lands. Oh man, that's a really good card too. Yep. Sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. If you sacrifice an angel, you gain toughness instead. 3 mana, sacrifice 6 blood tokens. Return each creature and their vampires in addition. I'm gonna do this now on my turn. So we need a red and we need another green. Put the red in. Not super confident, but if this is all he has, there are ways we can get out of this. We have removal. So I'm not going to just give up, but this is definitely looking pretty dire. Ugh. Alright, well, now we're dead next turn if we don't kill that, so... yeah, we're dead. Alright. GG, opponent. Telling you right now, if we had ever... we're one land away from a clean, fair game of Magic there, but we just didn't find it. Don't think we need to decide anything against this opponent. We're going to draw lands and cast spells this game. All right, opponent is ready. We'll keep. It's a little risky, but gonna sacrifice that for a green so we can play Propagator Drone. This is this is sealed, Joseph. This is Modern Horizons 3 sealed. So, but this is the first games I'm playing, yes. But yeah, we're playing the new set. It's a historic, timeless set on Arena, but a lot of new fun cards, so I wanted to check it out, and I've been looking forward to this coming to Arena for quite a while because I don't get to play in paper a super ton, and I always feel like I'm missing out on the awesome Modern Horizon sets. So very cool that they're bringing it to arena. Let's see if this survives. They probably have removal. They let it live. Not worth their removal, apparently. All right. Well, now we can start making scions every turn if we want. Also, you're never late. You're always right on time. Anytime you decide to join is always a good time. Opponent is going to wither and bloom, but at least this time we get to make a scion. Opponent's going to sack their land. I imagine they're going to go get a mountain. Nope, another swamp. There's the mountain. Full Jund online. Roshin. All right, yeah, we need to get rid of that. They did not fetch anything with the Roshin, so that's good. Go ahead and pass. And one day we're going to make a really big Nyxborn Hydra. The creation of Avacyn. That's not good. We get to search for a card. We don't get to see what it is. This is a pretty slow card though, so I don't think I'm going to panic just yet. We may be able to punish them pretty badly. Or they could just fetch a non-creature, I guess. They could fetch a non-creature and then they don't lose any life. Let's hope they fetched a big beefy creature because they're scared. And then we can make them pay dearly for it. Let's play Colossal Dread Mask. Get our 6/6 Germ. Alright, what card is it? White of the Reliquary. Alright, so I take 2. Interesting choice. It is going to be relatively big. They've got what, 1, 2, 3 creatures in the yard, so it's not a terrible size card. Let's get Nightshade Dryad down. Get Ophiomancer down. Start making some snakes. Smack them for 6. No! Rude. Pass turn. Make a snake. That's the combo, though. We just slap the Colossal Dread Mask onto the snake, and then it doesn't matter how big their creature is. Smash right through it. What do they got? Cursed Mirror. As it enters the battlefield, have it become a copy of any creature except it has haste. That's very cool. They're going to put a counter on the white. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get this down. Yeah, the opponent thought they were going to get a snake, but whoops. Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. No attacks. One has a lot of mana available though. Another Roshin. Goodness. Gonna make this white really big, but it doesn't have trample or anything, so. Did they get an X spell? Nope. Oh wait, yeah they did. Nyxborn Hydra, alright. My Nyxborn Hydra can be bigger than your Nyxborn Hydra though. Do they have removal for something? They're acting like they have removal. No attacks from the opponent. What to do, what to do. I think we play this. Make some spawns. We elk. We elk the Roshin. Just in case they have any crazy X spells in hand, we don't want them making like a billion mana to put on to play the Nyxborn Hydra with. And then we'll pass. We don't want to attack with the territory color because he can just sacrifice the Roshin to grow the white. He's probably going to do that anyway. Yep. So he's going to go and get a land. Works out pretty nicely though because we still get the elk. So we paid 2 mana for the elk. Nice. Still can't attack with the white. So we still have a death touch blocker. Grindy game for sure. Alright, so they play the Nyxborn Hydra for 6. That is fine. Persist. Do we have anything in here? I think I'm just gonna slap a dread mask onto the snake. They're welcome to block it. Still gonna take 7, so. And then nice. I'll save the persist for a better target than the propagator. Depending on what they do, if they ever tap out, we could just kill them with this Nyxborn Hydra bestowed onto either the snake or the dryad. Bestow is such a fun mechanic. They brought back so many cool mechanics in this set. Nyxborn Hydraing the Nyxborn Hydra. You got it. Go for it, bro. They only have 2 mana available. I think I'm just gonna double block it. Because if they tap out, they're dead, so. Alright, so we take a couple damage. Oh, did I really not have enough in front of it? Oh boy. Alright. Well. Do they have removal? Oh, come on. Do they really have removal? So rude. No, they don't. All right. Well, I mean, I guess they still could have removal. But, I mean, if they don't, they're dead, so. Since Death Touch and Trample has such a wonderful interaction. That doesn't do anything, sir. You still take 5 from that. Death Touch and Trample is a heck of a combination. Yeah, oops. He won't. Unfortunately, he won't fall for that again. All right, game 3, boss fight. This is the boss battle. If we win, we get the perfect 4 wins. We get the full prizes. Opponent gets to play first, though, so this is a terrible starting hand. Opponent mulligan, though, too, so we'll keep this. And I suppose we will put back. We're gonna put back the commander. We're gonna fetch anyway, so that'll shuffle. So it's not like we can't draw the commander. Opponent mulled to 5 on the play, so that's pretty rough. But as you've seen, I won a game from 5 earlier in the stream, so I'm not gonna count them out just because they had a mull. Although having to fetch on top of mulling to 5, lowering their chance of drawing lands. Oh, 2 fetch lands. Ugh. They can't be happy about that. Let's get a mountain. Alright, we'll pass. Opponent's not fetching. Definitely going to be hurting their colors, so they found a mountain. There you go. All right, let's elk it up. Moo. I guess elks don't moo. I can't make that noise that it makes. They fetch a swamp, so they're not going after green mana. They found a forest. The opponent's getting their lands. Refurbished familiar. All right. We will discard the forest. No need to attack. Destroy that. Pass the turn. Opponent gets in for 2. Do they have anything else to do with their turn? We may have to sacrifice the. Maybe I should have kept the forest. I like to try to keep the colorless lands to have more options in case we draw any of our colorless spells. Well, I am quite thankful that I held on to this fanged flame, so we'll play Propagator Drone. Get rid of that. Get in for 3. And yeah, we're definitely going to sacrifice this landscape for a forest so we can play Colossal Dreadmask next turn. Opponent's still finding their lands. They could have definitely had a worse start. So gets in for 2. All right, they have discharge for our drone. That's fine. And White of the Reliquary. Let's go get our forest. We found another colorless land anyway. Get in for 3. See if they have a way to fill their yard. Not at the present. Let's get in like this. We're definitely going to put the white in front. They have breathe your last breath. That is unfortunate. Are they going to sacrifice the... I mean, they lose both creatures no matter what. They might as well at least get a land out of it. Yep, they're going to sacrifice the familiar. Go get a land, and then the white dies. Fast turn. I may need to sacrifice one of these lands just to make sure we don't draw a land next turn. I would hate to lose just because we draw too many lands. Evolution Witness is pretty good. They're having a very good multi-5 here. Reckless Pyro Surfer. Haste, Battle Cry, and we'll slap a Colossal Dread Mask onto it. Pretty good draw for us. Only got the one hasty creature in the list, so opponent's gonna adapt the Witness and block, most likely. Can they get anything back? It's a permanent, yeah, so they can't go get a removal spell, so that's good. They can go get a white back, but not going to help them too much. They're debating on whether or not to just take it and keep the Witness. Okay, they're definitely... They got to adapt it, though, yeah. Okay. So they soak up 3 damage. They've got familiar and white and lands. Yeah, they take the white. As I expected. Down to 7. What are the other cards in their hand, I wonder? We're so close to the perfect wins. Flare of Malice. Oh man. Flare of Cultivation. Well, I guess that lets us thin our deck out, right? We're out of cards. We need to not draw lands, please. Oh my goodness. What a draw for the opponent. I can't sacrifice these lands though. Fell the Profane was a very good draw. I'm glad I drew that instead of a creature, but I can't sacrifice the lands. I've only got swamps left anyway, but we want to make sure we can cast our 8 mana Eldrazi. The Lightning Bolt is energy. Energy is a resource from an older set. Opponent has a way to start draining us every turn now. That's not good. I'm so glad that I didn't. It's exactly why I didn't want to sacrifice those lands. Put us up to 25 and hexproof from colors, so then we can slap a Dread Mask onto it. It has Annihilator too. Should be in good shape now. Unless they have an Edict effect, which they could. They could have the 2 mana Edict creature. We've gotten most of the lands out of our deck though, so I mean we should be in pretty good shape. We can't block the Death Toucher, obviously. Pyretic Rebirth, a very good draw. Get the elk, kill this. Yep, they're gonna drain us. That's fine. Man, we have really... I gotta give the opponent credit. They have really put up a fight for a mold of 5. This is a 14-10 though, so... They have to sacrifice 2 things. Lands are going bye-bye. Bye-bye lands. Yep. And they still take 8 here. I think I'm fairly confident that that's game. There's no single target removal that can kill this. Yep. All right. Nice. Yeah, they are. The Modern Horizons 3 has some really powerful stuff in it. And we just had a perfect sealed pool. What a great way to start the evening. Mycosynth Gardens, and we made the full 2200 gems in 3 packs. Beautiful. All right. Next, we're going to get into some we will do some Premier Draft. I prefer best of 3 draft, but best of 3 is not ranked. Weirdly, you would think it would be. But Premier Draft is ranked, so we'll play Premier Draft. Start getting our rank up. We'll be doing a lot of drafting coming up. All right. So we got Ashling. Ashling's very good. We've got Writhing Chrysalis. We've got Snapping Voidcraw. A lot of very good cards in this pack. You don't lose unspent red mana. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, discard a card and draw a card. If it's the second time, deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Feels pretty good. I don't know. Eldrazi's are pretty crazy in this set. I think I'm gonna go with a Void Pouncer. Void Pouncer is a very good common. Let's play aggro Eldrazi's. Let's go. Another Writhing Chrysalis. Nice. Got to have a little bit of patience these drafts on the first couple of days as people are still getting familiar with the set. Ghost Fire Slice. 2 less if they control multicolored permanent. I mean, even 3 mana for 4 damage to any target. It's not terrible and limited. So I think we're going to take it. I love the way Devoid cards look. It's like such cool for card frames. Give me my next pack. All right, what do we got? Sheltering Landscape, Tranquil Landscape. Sheltering Landscape is in our colors. I think we're going to take the landscape. I want to make sure we have those colorless lands in case we need them. Fledgling dragon, sheltering landscape, shattered landscape. Sorry. What does this do? Not very good. 6 mana, 4 damage. Is 6 mana for a 4/4 deal 4 good? We'll see. I'll put that in the sideboard just in case. Sarpadian Simulacrum, 1/1 haste, 4 mana to sack it to deal 4 damage to a creature. That's pretty fun. I think we're gonna take the Void Crawl just in case we end up in Teamer. There's some very good blue Eldrazi too, so the fact that that can tap for 2 mana by itself is pretty sweet, and drawing cards later. Perilous Landscape. Teamer Landscape is in there. Draw 3 cards and create an Eldrazi spawn. That's pretty good. I think we'll take that in effort of furthering our potential plan to go. Hey, I mean, no, sacrificing that feels bad, right? Yeah. I mean, we'll take it. Like, if you run 2, you can't play the second one anyway. So, but sacrificing 2 mountains is a little bit of a rough cost there. Electrozoa, not a great card, but we'll take it. Still not sure if we're going to add the blue or not, but get these last couple of picks out of the way. Aether Spike. None of this is really that exciting. We'll take the Aether Spike. If we end up in blue, Aether Spike's not bad. Basically make disappear, but worse. But it can counter activated abilities too, I think, right? No, it's just spell. There's one that counters activated abilities. Any second now. Essence Reliquary. I mean, we'll take the Meltdown just in case we come across somebody playing a lot of artifacts. It's a pretty sweet sideboard card, but we're not playing best of 3. No. Okay, well, that's not getting played. Glimpse the Impossible. Exile the top 3 cards. You may play those this turn at the beginning of your next end step. If any of those cards remain exiled. Oh, okay. Didn't give me very much time to read that, but what does that do? Sort of like a ramp. A little bit. You get to play something, and then if you don't play all of it, you get an Eldrazi spawn. That's not bad. Sorin of House Markov. Oh no, that's such a good card. We're not playing black though. Corrupted Shapeshifter's not bad though. Warp Tusker. 3/3 with flying, a 2/5 with vigilance, or a 0/12 with defender. I think in our list, this card is better than the Shapeshifter. And again, I'm not completely sold that we're in blue yet. Another Unfathomable Truths. Wumpus Aberration. 4 mana 6/6. If we don't pay colorless mana, they get to put a creature from... Oh, this is Hunted Wumpus. That's an old card. Not a lot of people are going to remember that. Basking Brood Scale. No, I want this. I want a 4-mana 6/6. Man, Hunted Wumpus was like 6th or 7th edition. That's old school. That's so fun how many like interesting little Easter eggs they've thrown in this set. Wumpus Aberration. So I got to make sure we've got... I mean, we've got tons of ways so far to produce Eldrazi Scion, so that's good. Lion Umbra, another Snapping Void Crawl, Emrakul's Messenger. All right, I think I'm convinced that we can be in blue a little bit. So let's get Unfathomable Truths in here. Collector's Oa is pretty bad. 3-mana 3/1 flash flying's all right, but if it's tapping itself every turn, that's no bueno. Ooh, good stuff here. All right, Eldrazi Repurposer. Whenever you cast a spell or it dies, we get a Eldrazi Scion. I like it. We need some big scary stuff to ramp into though, so we're gonna have to prioritize that in the next pack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Void Pouncer. Colossal Dread Mask. We saw how good that card is. Nyx Point Hydra, another good card to ramp into, so got a few good things to ramp into now. Definitely still need more. Tempted to take the Shapeshifter, but I think we just... I don't know, we take the Shapeshifter. Having that option's really nice. Hellkite not doing us a lot of favors since we don't have artifacts. Thankful to take the Brood Scale here. Don't think we're going to play 2 Glimpse. Urza's Cave. We should have enough ways to produce colorless that I don't need to stress too much about the lands. I mean, this is basically just a land, so creatures without flying can't block this turn. It's pretty sweet spell for a land. All right, another Warp Tusker. Cursed Mirror though. Fanatic of Ronus. No, we're taking that. That's the good stuff. That's some serious ramp right there. Man, give me an Emrakul or something. Nobody's gonna pass an Emrakul though. Oh man, okay. There's like nothing in this pack we want. I suppose we'll take the Temperamental Oozewag. Fangs of Colonia is alright. Siege Smash. Horrific Assault's pretty good. I don't know, maybe we might end up taking the blue out. We don't have very much. Not a lot of good stuff in this pack, man. Warp Tusker. The Hunger Rises. Take the elk. Oh, I don't know what to do. Snapping void crawls are so good, but I don't know if we need them. Gift of the Viper is pretty good. Demon Inferior. Pyro Surfer is good considering how many scions we can make. Yeah, I don't know that we're playing the blue. I think we're taking the blue out. Hey, look at that. Take out the blue and it's a deck. Easy peasy. Let's get in there. Start getting our draft on. Ariel. We'll keep. Forest. Get down the brood scale. Knight of the White Orchid Phantom is pretty good. But we've got a pretty strong start ourselves, so Conduit Goblin. And get a couple of energy. And they can give it +1/+0 if they want. They do not. They get in. Oh, I did not mean to attack with the Scion. Oops. Gotta not be so trigger happy with the attack all button. Reckless Pyro Surfer. They get in for 4. Let's get down Writhing Chrysalis, make some Scions. Get in. Yep, that'll do it. Easy first win. Flood the board. Free cards. All right, who's next? Who's next? I don't know how to pronounce that. Katie Niato? Katie Niato? This is a very slow hand. We're gonna mulligan. This is not a ton better, but we'll keep. What do we put back? Glimpse. Go get a red with the landscape there. All right, we need a land, please. One land and we're good. Volatile Storm Drake. Or wait. X proof from activated and triggered abilities. Okay. Get rid of that. Yay, we found a land. All right, now the question is, do we cycle this Warp Tusker? No, I think we play an elk. Because we've got Horrific Assault. We can cycle the Tusker if we can't find land. Opponent doesn't do anything. Oh man, not a 1/1 elk. Go ahead and cycle the Tusker, see if we draw land. Get a Scion. No land. But we can cast that next turn, and it makes more rampy stuff. Depending on what the opponent does, though, I might just play the 6/6. Scurry of Gremlins. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 gremlins and then get an amount of energy. Okay. Makes sense. Sort of like a little bit of a rampy deal. Well, I think this is the play. Get a 6/6 down. Opponent's gonna block with their gremlin, that's fine. If they're a flood the board kind of deck, I want to get rid of their creatures anyway. Opponent's going to sacrifice their landscape. Obviously, they're missing a color they need. Riddle Gate Gargoyle. When it's acting like they still have something they could be doing this turn, so I'm gonna play Eldrazi Repurposer. Get our rampity ramp on. Get in for 6. Ghostfire Slice can hit face, so I'm kind of tempted not to use it on one of their creatures and waste the damage. We got Horrific Assault to fight anything. Another Riddlegate Gargoyle. They're making lots of energy. Nyxborn Unicorn, and it gives it Mentor. Interesting. So they can gain some life back this turn. So I think they can trigger both gargoyles on the attack. They're going to give +1/+0 and haste. It's a lot of damage. And if they pay the rest of their energy, they can get a lot of life back. Yep. It's a lot of life. Am I going to pay it all? Pay it all! Be a man. Pay all the life. Or woman. It's probably a woman. It looks like their name is Katie. If they're like making a play on the @ symbol sounding like @ All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wreck their dreams. Get in for 6. Put them back in their place at 12. We're at 14, so I'm not feeling too uncomfortable. All right, they can go ahead and activate their scurry of gremlins again. Very nice turn for the opponent. It's not super profitable for them to attack, though. Probably worth it to give their gremlin +1/+0 to make our blocks less profitable. Yeah, they're thinking about it. Nope. Why? I can just block that with the Pyrosurfer. They didn't do it. Okay, that's why. Mentor. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill that. Kill that. Block this. We're gonna get another Scion. Then we can play Writhing Chrysalis. Get in for 6. See if the opponent can draw their way out of this. We're looking pretty favored though. Nope. That's not gonna do it. What does Solstice Zealot do? They can tap a creature. My turn. Pay it with Kicker. Make it a 5/3 with Trample and Haste. Alright, well, they have to block or they die. Yep. GG. We did it. See if we can have a night where we just win all our limited. Game 3. All right, drained. We get to go first. I like it. We got Fanatic Aronis. We can cycle this Warp Tusker to play the Wumpus Aberration. Feeling pretty good. Opponent mulligans. They keep. We play a forest. Got the dual tiny bones with their hats. Island for the opponent. Nice on the red draw there. Fanatic of Ronus is such a beast of a card. It's a great blocker for 2 mana. It has the potential to produce way too much mana. If they kill it, we just get to eternalize it later, and it fulfills its own ferocious after you eternalize it. This card is just a house in limited, and it's going to be good in constructed too, I think. Not quite sure where yet, but Smelted Charge Bug gets 2 energy, and then whenever it attacks, you can pay an energy to give something +1/+0 and menace. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play Eldrazi Repurposer and pass. Got a pretty strong hand right now, so Alright, opponent's going to combat. My turn. Really? Oh, yeah, I think I'm just going to play Writhing Crystals here. Get some Eldrazi spawns. Smack him in the face with the repurposer. Yes, I have been studying it quite a bit in anticipation of it releasing. Been very excited about it, so I don't know every card by any means, but I know most of the important ones. I know a lot of the synergies pretty well. I had a chance to play with it at the physical pre-release, so it was fun to get to do that. Opponent's sitting on 3 mana. Technically so are we, but we're actually at 7 mana, so shh. Reiterating Bolt. Alright. Interesting. I'll sacrifice an Eldrazi Scion to save it. Why not? Basically, like they just targeted our 0/1 instead, so. Pass the turn to us. Man. I think we're just going to play a giant 6/8. And a Wumpus Aberration. Put a bunch more counters on it. Look at this. Look at this board. Oh, man. Eldrazi are crazy. I'm telling you right now. Like, I cannot believe that they decided to like I'm not surprised they made more Eldrazi. I am surprised that they brought back Eldrazi Scions as a mechanic, because they kind of brought back Eldrazi in Eldritch Moon and a couple of other places, but they never brought back the Scion tokens, and Scion tokens are so busted. Sneaker Sam, all right, getting paired up with a silver player. Oh no. This hand is not very exciting. This one is also pretty bad. Guess we're going to 5. This is better. Dreadmask can go back, and Tusker can go back. Get down Fanatic of Ronus. Sneaky Snacker. The hunger rises. Well, we'll go ahead and get in with our 1/4. We're not blocking the flyer anyway. That's such cute artwork. Whenever you draw your 3rd card, return it to the battlefield. Cool. It is a lottery ticket night. We're doing great. Been kicking butt. Sacrifice to draw 2 cards. And it comes back. That is a pretty sweet synergy. I gotta admit, I like that. I like that. Man, I wanna play this with haste. Marionette Apprentice. They make a little 1/1. Tameo meets the story circle. Gives... If we attack with anything, it gets -2, -0. Alright. Cool. I don't want to play this without the trample and haste, man. It feels bad. No attacks. We get a couple of scions. Worm coral larva. That's a good card. I don't think we're doing anything with this. I think we're just going to put a bunch of counters on everything. And go to town with our insects. They get some little worm coral larva tokens. They drain us for a whole bunch. That's fine. The Sundering Eruption is going to be pretty good at some point. We're at 17 right now. This Fanatic Aronis taps for a lot of mana. Deep Analysis. They're going to draw a couple cards. Get their Sneaky Snacker back. Let's draw something good. That's a land. Thin our deck out some. Creatures without flying can't block. Smack them in the face for a lot. GG. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. We'll be out of bronze in no time. Game 4. Let's keep it up. Just win all our games tonight. I'm loving it. The polymers guy. What kind of polymers are you talking about, buddy? Opponent goes first. This is a good hand. We will keep. Tap land for the opponent. Boy, Fanatic Aronis is just—he's just been there for us this draft. He's in for the long haul. He's like, I got you, buddy. Shattered Charge Bug, you got it. All the menace. Planes for the opponent. Nyxborn Unicorn. We definitely don't want that living, so. Let's get down Eldrazi Repurposer, which sets us up for Hasty Void Pouncers next turn. Could get blown out here if they've got the 1-mana energy spell. They... nah, it doesn't do anything. Pass turn. They want to smack us with their bug, they're more than welcome to. No blocks. No creatures for them either. Alright, let's start getting these void pouncers down. Roar! Nah, we're not blocking. Might as well attack with the Fanatic too. We got this Ghost Fire Slice for that final 4 damage to the face. What do they got? They're gonna kill that. They waited too long. Oops. You were supposed to cast that before I attacked. I will take a 6/8. Get in for 3. Pass the turn. Don't see the opponent getting out of this super easily. This is a pretty easy game. Yep. Opponent gets in. We're fine with that. They're going to Voltron it up. Pump it into oblivion. +3/+0. Give it double strike. You got it. And they scoop it up. All right. Easy. To be fair, we're in bronze, but I mean, a lot of good players are in bronze right now because there hasn't really been a whole lot of reason to draft lately. But we're still in bronze, so taking my fantastic wins with a grain of salt. All right, paired up with the silver player. Nice. Opponent goes first. We have no green. But, I mean, we don't really need it right away. Ooh, Ocelot Pride. Ocelot Pride, very good card. Maybe he sniffs the polymers. Ethereum Terramander, alright. Man, Ocelot Pride is gonna wreck us. I guess I don't attack so that I can block something. Opponent gets in for 1. Let's get rid of the Ocelot Pride. Get in for 2. We need to find a green desperately. He's just got all the good doggies and kitties in his deck. I don't even want to beat him. He's playing doggies and kitties. We're down to 12. That is not a green. Well, I guess we play this so we can block the Thalia. Come on, give me a green mana. Don't do me like this. It was a risky keep. I figured there's no way we go 3-4 turns without finding a green mana, right? But I was wrong. Always willing to admit when I've made a mistake. There's the green. Nice. Cycle this guy. All right. No attacks. If the opponent wants to keep getting in for 1. No. At least the opponent hasn't been doing a whole lot. That's good for us. Guide of Souls. That's a very good card. Eldrazi Repurposer. Pass the turn. We need another green so we can cast this Dread Mask. Well, it's going to keep getting in. They don't have any energy right now, so thank goodness. Nyxborn Hydra is pretty good. Oh, we don't have double green. I guess we can just play it as a creature. Play it for 5. It has reach, so no more Terramander. We'll get in there with the Repurposer, since they can't profitably block that. If we have to, we could always play this Trickster's Elk on, oh no! And they can cast it? Rude! Oh, Metastic Evangel's so good. Metastatic, not Metastic. Metastatic Evangel. Guide of Souls and Evangel are such a good combo. I mean, are they really going to just play it for 1? That's such a waste. Why? I mean, they can proliferate it with Evangel, but I mean, I feel like that's such a waste. Temperamental Oozewag. Get in there. Still need another green. This is going to start getting really out of hand, though. We really need to figure out a way to kill them quickly. Okay, that triggers Guide of Souls, but it does not trigger Metastic Evangel. But now they've got Ocelot Pride back. And now things start to get ugly. They can just give the Shepherd flying. Oh no, not like this. They put it on the Terramander. Wait, no, okay. Alright, yeah, we're dead. Oh well, we tried. Ocelot Pride, really, really good in limited. I honestly think Ocelot Pride might be good in... You watch it. I'm building the Cat Tribal deck. Might just do it right after this draft. I actually won a modern 1K with a Cat Tribal deck once. That was a crowning achievement of mine. We're not going to fall for the same trick twice. We're not going to... Oh my gosh. Where's my green mana? Our luck has run out, it appears. Oh no, there's a Fanatic Aronis. That's pretty good luck. Alright, let's go get a forest. Do they really have a counter? No. Why? Well, we can just eternalize it later. We need another green though. Well, that was a good draw. More counter spells? Okay. Leave our elk alone. Oh, we got paired up against a gold player. Nice. Not enough bronze players on right now, I guess. I'm the only one. Path of Annihilation's a pretty good card. We need to deal with that somehow. I don't know how we're going to, though. By ramping as hard as they do, I guess. We don't really have that many crazy things to ramp into, though, unfortunately, so... Can eternalize this Fanatic Aronis and kill something next turn, depending. Let's hope they don't have anything crazy. Drown Yard Lurkers, really? It's a 7/7, so... With Vigilance, of all things. No attacks. Is this an instant? It is. All right. The vigilance on that lurker is the problem. We're gonna have to kill it. Opponent's doing a lot of touching stuff. I don't like it. Stop touching our things. That's committing a crime now, you know? It's an official MTG mechanic. Targeting my things. Alright, well, as much as I don't want to sacrifice this Fanatic of Ronin, well, yeah. Let's do it. We gotta try. Looks like the opponent has an answer. They're gonna let us. My streaming buddy, Mr. Wrinkles, has decided to move my microphone. Hi, Wrinkles. Hey, buddy. You having a good night? In case you haven't met him yet, this is Mr. Wrinkles. My Sphinx cat. My wife's Sphinx cat, but he's my buddy too. Sorry, opponent, I got distracted by the cat. Yes, the good buddy. Always helping out. Another lurker, geez. Nyxborn Hydra is not terrible. Bestow for 5. Oh goodness, okay. Knocking my drinks over. Come on, buddy. Slap it on the chrysalis here. We have trample and he doesn't. That's the important thing. So we might be able to race him. And if he kills the Writhing Chrysalis, we still have a 5/6 Hydra, so. Block and sack. Throw the Chrysalis. See what he's got. Hopefully it is not another big Eldrazi. I don't know what we're going to do if it is. It's got something. It's tapping a lot of things, touching a lot of stuff. Are we about to get tightened? Warped Tusker. That's a big dude. That was such a good draw. Like, wow. Opponent's down to 12. That was a really good draw. But I mean, the opponent can literally just cast 7-8 mana Eldrazi for the rest of forever. It looks like that's the route they went. So we're probably not going to continue to get that lucky. Yep. Unfathomable truth. Alright, we're fine with that. That's a turn that they're not casting anything crazy. They can still cast a 6 mana spell here, though. That's disgusting, isn't it? Well, yeah, they can tap the Tusker, so yeah, we'll just take the 6 here. They can literally still cast what? 1, 2. They can still cast 5 mana spell if it's colorless. They're going for it. 3 mana. Serum Visionary. Alright. Draw cards and scry 2. That's an interesting sequence. Draw a card, then scry 2. Usually you get the scry, then draw. But I guess that'd be too strong on a 3 mana 2/2. They keep both on top. I don't like that. Alright, well, we're just gonna get in there with everything. That's lethal, so they have to block something. Alright. They kept both things on top, so they obviously liked it. They get in for 8. What do they keep on top? It's got to either block or kill this Chrysalis. Fleshraker doesn't do it. Putting a stun counter on our thing is pretty good. Ping us for 1. Ping us for another 1. All you have to do is survive this turn, though. And for them not to have another way to deal with this Chrysalis. Another Meddler, come on! Yeah, they got it. Alright, our win streak and super awesome luck seems to be at an end. But we've still got one loss left, so just gotta win 2 more games. We're good. We got this. 2 more games and we still get a full win. I believe in us. The pod. Opponent goes first. We've got a great hand though. Love the art on this. Opponent over here with the world champion sleeves. Fanatic of Ronus. Sheltering Landscape's going to be very useful. How rude. We're repurposing things. This looks more like a sliver than an Eldrazi, I'm just saying. Molten Gatekeeper, you got it. Get it. Take 8. Opponent's on Teamer colors. Ghostfire Slice is pretty good. Well, he's already done his damage, so Writhing Chrysalis, a very good draw. Get in for 3. The opponent down to 9. And then Glimpse the Impossible can make sure we hit something good to play next turn. Sage of the Unknowable. That's a good blocker for them. Pings us for 1. Soul Transformer. When it enters the battlefield tapped, You get 3 energy and they can tap it for mana. Got it. My turn. Let's glimpse the impossible. See what we draw. Nothing that we can play. Well, I'm getting in with these two. I don't know. I'm tempted to just kill this thing. I think I'm going to. Then we'll get a bunch of Scion tokens. And then we have that 2-mana hasty guy that gives battle cry for landfall and a way to trigger landfall. So if we draw that, we just like smash their face really good. What's the opponent got? Skoa, Ember Mage. All right. Deal 4 to something. Go for it. Probably to our face. No, that's fine. This makes more Scions for us to grow our Chrysalis with. Get out of here. All right. I think I'm gonna Null Drifter. Oh man. Draw 2 cards and Annihilator 1. I'm gonna sacrifice this and go get a mountain. Spin the deck out. We want to draw a spell here. That's a spell. They have to block or I can just kill them. Yep. GG. All right. One more. We can do it. Final boss. Bronze tier 1. Almost out of bronze. But we won't get to get out of bronze this draft. All right. Final boss. Let's do it. Win or lose after this, I'll see about brewing a deck or two, and then that should do it up for the evening. Got about half an hour left. This is a great hand. Black mana for the opponent. All right, let's get down Basking Brood Scale. This could be a very strong hand depending on how slow the opponent's start is. If the opponent's dirtling around trying to ramp and stuff, we're going to crush them. Nope, they got removal. That was very good for them. Let's go ahead and get down a Surfer. More removal, it looks like. Another forest for the opponent. Expanding Ooze. I think we killed that as much as I don't want to. Another Expanding Ooze. All right. Well, let's get this Chrysalis down. I'm going to hold on to this land for the battle cry. So what does this do? Whenever it attacks, we get a counter on... They get to put a counter on a modified creature. So it grows itself. And it grows other things. Gotta put counters on it. I can outrun you, buddy. I hope they just exile that Wither and Bloom and put a counter on it. They attack. That's 5. It doesn't have trample, so I'm gonna go ahead and block and then sacrifice. No sense in taking the damage for no reason. It still equates to the same amount of damage from our side of the board anyway, since the Pyro Surfer gives +1/+0 and this gives it a counter, so not sacrificing any damage there. Death Touch Dryad, alright. That is very good. Get a Purposer down. Get some Battle Cry. Pass the turn. One's gonna get in. Death Touching Nightshade Dryad is putting a damper on my plans. Hopefully I draw some kind of removal. That would be great. If I can draw a removal spell, I can just kill him probably. Maybe he'll tap it to play something big. Cursed Marauder. Sacrifice the Purposer. My turn. That's not a removal spell. Play another Chrysalis. They have removal. Unfortunate. All right. Well, that lets us get in a little bit of damage here, since they actually tap their thing. If they can get trample on the Sues, we'll be in trouble. But other than that, Hydra Trainer. It's a pretty cool card. Stalemate. This Death Toucher, man. Ruining my life. Well, I guess that puts a damper on things. Not like this. I don't want to lose. Hydra Trainer's real good though. We have to top deck a pretty good draw to get out of this. The counter on the trainer. Block the 6/6, take the 4. Oh my goodness, another land. Well, we gotta go for it. Can't just sit here and do nothing. We have outs. Does the opponent have removal for the Pirate Surfer? If they have removal, then we're toast. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right. Dreadmobile. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we are toast. Six, 9, 13. We'll take 7. And another land. Oh man. All right. 6 wins though. That's still pretty good. Just one short of a full 7. I'm not going to complain. That's still more than the draft cost, so we did pretty good. We had a perfect sealed and a very good draft. So we'll claim. Let's go ahead and open these bad boys up. What do we get? 1 mythic. Ulamog, nice. All right, Shalingar, Deserted Temple. All right. So, Ocelot Pride is a mythic. We only have 9 mythics. So I'm gonna build a deck, but I don't know that I'm gonna craft it just yet because I have a lot more draft tokens. So I'm probably gonna try to draft some more of this stuff. But let's go ahead and hop into Historic. And first thing I wanted to try is an Eldrazi aggro deck. So let's see what we got here. All right. Let's look at the stuff we don't have yet too. So Eldrazi Linebreaker, very good. We got 4 of those, thankfully. Let's see what else. Progenitor Drone, not that great. Bonkang Commander feels really good, but probably not if we're being 100% honest. All right, man. Have a great night, Joseph. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you sticking around, even though it's not standard stuff. Thief of Existence. Yeah, we definitely want some of those. And I like Wumpus Aberration. This is only a rare. I don't mind crafting that. I got 95 rares, so we're good with that. Micah Spawn, not that exciting. Vanguard feels pretty good. And obviously it that heralds the end. The Matter Reshaper, very good. Want 4 of those. We want some Thought Knot Seers. Glaring Flesh Raker seems cool, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. Kozilek feels really cool. I don't know if we can ramp into him or not, though. I guess we can play Void Pouncer in the list. Didn't mean to add this Conduit of Storms to the deck. No. Get out. There we go. Alright, so 4 slots left. What would we put in those slots? Probably some kind of removal, I suppose. Ghostfire Slice feels pretty good. Let's turn crafting off here. 3-4. I mean, at the very worst, it's a 3 mana 4 to the face, but multicolor permanents are pretty dang common in Historic. And then the question is, land-wise, we're going to want to play things that create colorless mana in red, green, and colorless. So obviously we want Heshep Oasis seems fine. Where's the Carplussan forests? There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Any other good red-green mana tap in for colorless? What else do we got? Blast Zone is not a terrible option. Cavern of Souls is pretty good. That can tap for colorless if we need it to. What else do we got? Field of Ruin. Don't think Field of Ruin is it. So many lands to look through. So many. Mutavault is probably good, since that gets +1/+1 from the It That Heralds the End. My streaming buddy over here begging for attention again. What else do we got? Come on, buddy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Ugin's Labyrinth, not good in this deck, I don't think. Unclaimed Territory, good. And then I guess we just play a couple Stomping Grounds. Where's the stomping grounds? It's in here somewhere. So there it is. There we go. We'll keep 2 mountains in there so we don't fail the basic check. And I'm cool with crafting all this stuff. That looks fun. I don't know how good it is. Go in your bed, buddy. All right. Just a quick starting place. So take this with a grain of salt. This is probably bad, but just a good place to start. And a lot of these 4 ofs will probably get cut to 2 and 3 ofs and probably add and subtract some things. We'll save that deck. And oh, not standard. Oops. Historic. And then cat. Yeah, we didn't get any of these. All right, so Ocelot Pride, very good. Lean and Vanguard, very good. And then we want the new Ajani because he's freaking awesome. I think playing the 4 is fine because worst case scenario, we just play the other one and trigger his ability to flip him over. Like, come on, put a +1/+1 counter on each cat you control for a +2. That's crazy. That's so good. Then Adorned Pouncer. Play a couple Lion Sashes just because it's good graveyard removal. King of the Pride, play a couple of those. Play a couple of the other Johnnies. I think we're just going mono white, to be honest. Like normally I build cats green white, but I think it's good enough just mono white. Play Land and War Leaders. And Regal Caracles. I don't see what else we need, man. What else do we need? I almost had a cat shut my computer off. That would have been bad. We probably want some kind of removal, right? Path Exile is in Historic now. Path is probably pretty good. Lands. Cavern of Souls. Because might as well have our uncountable stuff. We'll get in the Gonjo in here. Let's go ahead and craft these. I don't have enough wild. Oh yeah, too many mythics. We'll have to wait on some of this stuff. But let's turn crafting off. We don't need that. Let's get in the Gonjo in there. Let's Get a chef at Dunes in there. I don't think we need anything else really. I mean, we could probably play a couple of could probably play like a demolition field or two. And why not a single Drenith? Well, let's take out one demolition field. Let's go with I like Drenith Ruins a lot in this deck, just because it turns every little 1 mana creature that we draw if we run out of options into a 3/3, which is pretty sweet. All right, and we'll save this for after I do some drafts. Guess we will save it anyway. And we'll go ahead and get 1 or 2 games in with try out this Eldrazi aggro deck, see how bad it is. At least 1 game, and then we'll hop off for the night. So historic, ranked. Thanks, Sparky.
You can always play your old cards here.
Sparky telling me how to play Magic Arena. Probably gonna get absolutely crushed, but I don't care. I just want to play Eldrazi, man. This is fine with me. Void Pouncer Tribal over here. Opponent's playing boring old Gruul aggro. Come on, man. Play something fun. Get him. Opponent's probably just going to kill us, but... Reckless Stormseeker, alright. I can respect that. Not boring old Gruul. Thankfully that dies to Ghost Fire Slice, though. Feel like we've got a pretty good board state here, so 4 mana 6/6 is pretty good. With trample. Followed up with a 5/3 trample haste. If they do nothing, they flip their Stormseeker, so I'm curious. What are they gonna do? Opponent is in the think tank. Halana and Elena. That's pretty good. They should have pumped the Halana Elena. It would have doubled the counters on the Seeker. Well, we'll take the 6. I want to get in with this Void Pouncer too, but we got to be careful and hold back a little bit. This puts them dead to a Ghost Fire Slice off the top regardless, though. They do not block. As long as they don't have a way to give trample, I think we're okay. What do they got? Volatile Arsonist. Well, they get to kill one of our Void Pouncers. That's not good. Yeah, I think we're dead, actually. Come on. How do they not realize if they just attack with everything, we're dead? I'm so confused. They had lethal. Well, now they're dead. Well, if they block properly, they're not dead. I mean, I'm gonna be fair. Like, they have this game. They have the game if they block properly. If they block etching on Void Pouncer, they win. I can't give the person the win. They had the win. Like, just I lost. Like, that was still a very good showing from the deck, but I lost. They just, for some reason, in Diamond, don't understand how their deck works. Anyway, with that, it is time for me to hop off the stream. Any of you who are watching this after the fact, I appreciate you if you make it this far, as it's obviously quite a long stream. I started a little early this time to make sure that I could be there for some of my viewers that said that they wanted a little earlier starting time. And I had an absolute blast with you guys tonight. I'm so excited to be making some historic decks moving forward, and I hope that you guys will be there with me for it. So it's been a pleasure. I appreciate all of you, and I will catch you in the next one.